Hi guys, it's Heidi here again. Today I want to talk to you guys about the difference between freehold land and leasehold land. I know I get a lot of calls from people who tell me I'm only interested in freehold land. I don't want to hear anything about leasehold land. And so I just wanted to talk to you guys today about the difference between the two so you can really decide if you're sure you only want to look at freehold as an option. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about freehold land and what it is first of all. The reason people like it. So freehold land, you own completely, right? On most deeds, it's gonna appear as something saying fee simple, that you're purchasing in fee simple. And what it really means is that there's no additional rents or fees that you're gonna pay. You own it from now until eternity. You can basically do your own thing. Nobody's gonna really bother you or tell you what to do with your land. Also, you pay all your own costs. There's usually not a shared maintenance or anything like that with freehold land. So those are the reasons most people like it. What then is the difference with leasehold land? So leasehold land, yes, you do not outright own it. You own it for a period. Okay, now remember, I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not giving you the whole legal jargon, nor am I claiming to have all the, I'm just giving you my point of view as a real estate agent. Okay, but yes, for leasehold land, I can tell you usually pay a rent. Okay, so that usually people see as a drawback as to one of the reasons why they don't want leasehold land. But most people don't really dive deeper to see, okay, so what exactly is the rent? In a lot of cases in Trinidad and Tobago, you're going to be talking about something like maybe $10 a year. I mean, yes, there are many, like maybe commercial properties and so on, where it might be much, much higher. But the average is going to be, yeah, you might be looking at maybe at $10 a year, $30 a year, is less than the cost of a cup of coffee gonna be the decision maker as to why you're not gonna buy a property that's leasehold. I don't know, think about that a little more. In addition, yes, there are rules with leasehold properties and there are basically no rules with freehold properties, right? But in my opinion, for the most part, that actually works in your advantage. Now, just imagine for me, you have a freehold property and your next door neighbor has a freehold property, and he decides, I want to rear chickens. This is what I want to do with my property. And I want to paint my house in pink polka dots. That's what I want to do. How do you think that's going to affect your home's value and also just your comfort in smelling that chicken, pee or whatever it is that you're going to have to deal with? So if you were in a leasehold land situation, there would probably be rules against what color or how you could, have the exterior of your home looking, maybe what kind of animals you're allowed, just things that are basic rules that, yes, they could be maybe annoying if you want to just do whatever you want to do, but they can also help to maintain property values, because when your neighbor's house is not looking up to standard or, looking kind of crazy, then it's going to affect your property's value. So yes, there are some drawbacks to having leasehold property, but you really want to weigh the pros and the cons. And I think, another thing to mention, I forgot. There may be maintenance fees. Not all leasehold properties do have maintenance fees, but you may have maintenance fees depending on where the leasehold land is, okay? And that could be a pro or a con depending on who you are, because with a freehold, you have to bear all the costs of maintaining, let's say, your land, your roads, your driveway, whatever it may be. Whereas with the leasehold, depending on what your lease says and what the area's rules are, you may have some of those costs covered for you. Okay, so the bottom line is, I don't think that you should just outright rule out leasehold land as an option. Okay, I think we should be open-minded to freehold or leasehold. They both have pros and cons. I think more importantly, the first question you should ask is, how many years are remaining on the lease if it is a lease? Okay, if it's something like 30 years or less, then if you do decide you're interested in purchasing that property, take that into account when you are offering, what price to offer, because that's a very short period of time. However, many properties in Trinidad and Tobago have long leases, like over 100 years. It might be 199 years, it could be even 999 years. In my opinion, that is the same as saying eternity. I mean, who knows where the earth will be in 900 years? That is so many generations down the road. I highly doubt we really need to be thinking that far ahead, right? So in my opinion, the benefits of a lease that is that long far outweigh the negatives. Second question to ask is, what are the lease rents? If you're paying something like $10 a year and it's a very long period of lease, then again, I think the benefits outweigh the costs. If, however, they say, okay, it's a couple $1,000s a year, well, then that's something that you can consider and see if it's worth your while. Lastly, what are the rules that are outlined in your lease, and are you comfortable with those? Is that what you would want in order to maintain your property values? Like, some of them may have rules that you're not okay with, or some of them you might be very happy that they have those rules because you feel that they will maintain your property value. Okay, so glad to see you guys again and chat with you soon.